We've spent the last 13 weeks talking about monsters. Today, we're going to talk about a bear, a goat, a kangaroo, and a dog.
Today on the show.
This is it, guys. It is week number 13. The final week.
We made it.
We made it.
We made it.
Our 13-week expose looking into the urban legends and cryptids of all 50 states, and there are only 4 states left, and we're going to do those today.
Right now.
Yes.
I'm going to start in Oregon. We're going to talk about the gumbaroo. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
And here's how big the gumbaroo is in Oregon. They actually have given it a scientific name. Megalogaster repercussus. Megalogaster repercussus. Is a fearsome critter told by the lumberjacks of the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries. The gumbaroo is a danger to all humans and therefore classified as a monster by the Bureau of Monster Affairs. Did you know that actually existed? I didn't think that actually existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the gumbaroo is said to look like a fat bear shape, completely hairless except for eyebrows, bristly hair on its chin. It has dark, smooth, and extremely tough leather-like skin. This makes the beast invulnerable to bullets and arrows. Anything shot at the beast simply bounces off. Its weaknesses, though, are fire. Gumbaroo is also said to always be hungry and devours anything it can find as food. Even a whole horse can be eaten in one sitting. The first available sighting was back in 1957 when Mike Mulganey and Abernathy Quinn destroyed the gumbaroo near Cross Bay, Oregon. There have been numerous reports of gumbaroos since then, but only 5 confirmed sightings and no other successful kills. It makes its den in the base of huge burnt-out cedar trees, but luckily for us, it spends most of its time hibernating.
It's convenient.
It is convenient, isn't it?
Rather convenient.
So it's bear-shaped with hair on its chin, and it looks like leather. Bear with mange?
Could be.
Yep.
You ever seen a bear with mange?
Bear with mange
Terrifying.
are scary creatures.
There it is. Yeah. I'm going to talk about the black dog of Hanging Hills.
Hanging Hills.
And you ever seen that Patrick Swayze movie, Black Dog?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the same thing, maybe.
Maybe.
Not quite as expanded, but yeah. The Black Dog of Hanging Hills is an allegedly supernatural hound that appears in local folklore. Folklore holds that it has haunted the region since the early 19th century, and that it manifests as a small black dog, often gregarious in nature, which leaves no footprints, makes no sound. And according to the legend, if you see the black dog once, it brings you good luck. See him twice, it brings you bad luck. See him a third time, and you will die. Yeah. Earliest accounts going back all the way to the early 19th century. There was a couple of what was it? 1891. A man and a couple of men had gone up to. Oh, I totally lost my place, but that's all right. Had climbed up the side of a mountain. One of the men had seen the dog once before. The other one had already seen the dog twice. They both scoffed at the legend shortly after. The two of them both saw the dog. Marshall, the man who had seen it twice already, slipped on top of the ice and fell off the cliff, plunging to his death. His body was recovered by authorities. Reports of the black dog continue to circulate to this day.
There you have it. Death dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to hop all the way back over to Maryland, and we're going to talk about the Goat Man. The Maryland Goat Man, or just simply the Goat Man, is a legendary satyr-like creature which supposedly lives in and around Beltsville, Maryland. According to the legend, a scientist performed experiments on goats in the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center, and all went astray. He fused goat DNA into his system, hoping, I guess, to become Spider-Man, but our Goat Man with super ramming powers. I don't know.
Screech from Saved by the Bell.
Or Ram Man, because he's a goat.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. The scientist transformed into the Goat Man and started wielding an axe, which he used to damage cars.
Because goats are known for chopping things with axes.
They're great axemen. They're lumberjack extraordinaires. He currently walks the back roads of Beltsville. One boy was at his birthday party when his baseball rolled into the woods. The boy went into it, and a few minutes later he screamed. His mother came running, and the boy said he saw a dark thing that stands in the corner of his room every night. A variation of the legend tells of the Goat Man as an old hermit who lives in the woods, seen walking alone at night along Fletchtown Road. In 1977, two couples were out on a date when they heard scratching outside their car, turned the lights on, and saw the Goat Man and started running at them. He hit the car with the axe, but then they got away with only a scratch. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the Goat Man. Sounds like a Lover's Lane thing.
Yeah. At least there's not a bridge involved. Well, we are going to wrap things up in Illinois. As close as we can get to Missouri without actually being in Missouri.
Yes.
So, Illinois. Well, I guess never mind. Anyway, about 9:30 on the night of April 25th, 1973, Henry McDaniel was heard scratching sound at his front door. He looked out and saw something that he thought might be a bear. Taking a gun and a flashlight, he headed outside into a strong wind and saw a creature between two rose bushes. He later said that it had 3 legs, a short body, 2 tiny little arms like a T-Rex, and 2 pink eyes as big as flashlights. It stood 4.5 feet tall and was grayish colored. He added later that it was almost like a human body. This has become known as the Enfield Monster. Yeah. And there's numerous sightings all the way throughout there. Basically, they all kind of describe the same creature. The incidents were reported widely in the press at the time. It appeared in newspapers throughout the state on the 27th of April in 1973, and on the 7th of May, there was an interview on the radio station WGN in Chicago, as well as articles in the Chicago Daily News. Basically, there were, after the arrest of 5 men, they kind of narrowed it down to a couple of possibilities here. There was a group of men that had broken some animals out of the zoo. And after these men were arrested, they kind of narrowed things down to being either a gorilla somehow. I don't know how they got that idea, but possibly a kangaroo. Mm-hmm. So
that'd be about the right size.
Yeah, and they brought some men in to hunt the creature. So I mean, this was a big deal there for a little while. Yeah.
Any recent sightings? No.
I was looking here. I think nothing that such animals had been reported throughout. It doesn't really go into that. 1941 is the most recent date that I see here, but as far wait a minute. Earliest, what am I talking about? It was all happened in the 70s. Looks like it was all kind of contained right there to that time frame. But
interesting. I mean, kangaroos are
a similar creature has been reported throughout the Mississippi area since 1941. That's what that was. Okay.
Yeah, kangaroos are kind of unusual creatures. They do look they're unique looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna wrap up our 13-week expose. All 50 states are covered. Put it, notch it, kill it. We're done. Let's put it to bed.
And there will be no more 13-week long series ever again.
It has been fun, though. It's been fun because, okay, let's be honest here for a second. The United States is pretty much known for 2 cryptids, either a lake monster or a Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. That's it. So to find other creatures that weren't a Bigfoot or a lake monster was extremely difficult. Yeah. And then we found out that some places like Connecticut don't really have
it was pretty much it was pretty much the black dog or the melonheads, and the melonheads I couldn't do it without thinking of the coneheads. And then you get into the story behind them, and it was too much like an urban legend and not like a cryptid. So I skipped.
I did pass on one cryptid for Oregon called the Paper Man, and the way it read, it was more of an urban legend than actual cryptid. So
and then there was Idaho.
Yeah. Well, Idaho's not there.
Yeah, we don't talk about. Shh. Look, I'm so sorry if the government is listening right now. We acknowledge that Idaho does not exist in any way, shape, or form, and you are free to conduct whatever experiments you're wanting to do. Don't kill us.
So, what's been your favorite cryptid or urban legend that we have covered to date? Put those down in the comments below.
Yeah, and follow us on all our social medias, and the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter.
Indeed.
Turning on notifications so you know when we post something. You're here watching us on the YouTube, so by all means, do the YouTube
Like,
things.
share, and subscribe.
Bell notifications so you know when we upload, which is every Monday through Friday.
And Sundays.
And sometimes Saturdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all the time.
Well, today's Tuesday, so you know what tomorrow is, right?
Could it possibly be our favorite day of the week?
I think it is.
Oh.
Unless the government takes it away from us.
Scratch that. That never happened.
Chocolate milk.
Hi, I'm Alex from the Dungeons of Doom, and this is your Russian clip of the day.